Alright, here's game 2. Aurelian Excavators. I believe this is a Praxis Sentinels deck. 2 power. We do have one of our best 4-drops. But, again, no real early plays. We're relying on hitting 3rd power for Wisdom very much. And being on the play, we have one less chance to make sure that we curve out. I think this is just going to be a mulligan. Although the density of good cards is fairly high, I think we still just redraw this. Alright, this is a little bit better, although a bit awkward. Again, we don't have any of the renown. We didn't get any renown targets, so I think they're just going to be 2-1s. But we'll go ahead and play this as a pledge. Make sure that we have a chance to hit. Well, actually, you know, we have so few power. It's going to be hard to hit Infused Guardian on time. I'm actually tempted to play this as time and then just, well, yeah, this is not a good hand. Now, again, though, that's one thing. Don't forget, they don't get the boast count as power. Only one of them. You're only going to get to play one of them. The next turn, it's not going to be power. I was just thinking, actually, that, so no, it's going to still be primal and play Mischief. But yeah, I'm not really happy with this hand. But again, one of the things I was taking a long time on that first turn is that I'm really trying to plan out how our future actions are going to look like. So here there's really only one play, and it's going to be Time Sigil in both of our 1-drops. And get in. Alright, Bold Adventure is just going to hold us back. But looks like we're going to have Infused Guardian at least next turn. And yeah, I think I'll go ahead and Lightning Strike. Infused Guardian, pass the turn. Alright, this is a really bad draw. But yeah, we'll just play everything. Obviously, I'm not going to attack here. Trading off with the 5/2 is not anything that we're interested in. I would rather just keep growing this and having it stabilize on the ground as a blocker and let us stall out and try to draw into some of our better cards. And that's one common mistake that I see in Limited actually all the time is just actually rushing attacks when you don't really need to. Like here, we'll just play the power. We have a 6/6. We could attack, sure, but the AI is just going to trade the 5/2 and probably, depending on what the hand is, either the 2/1 or the 2/3. Whereas if we don't attack, we can just anchor the ground. There's very few removal that can actually take care of a 6/6 endurance in this Forge format. So holding it back, anchoring the ground, is something that we want to do. Also, this is a situation where Wisdom of the Elders is actually going to be a really good card. Again, I was talking about how it's not a proactive card, but in situations like this where the game does go really long, Wisdom would be a great draw. We're going to hold our Scorpion Wasp, ambush it in at some point. Play the Guardian, pass the turn. Play a Bold Adventurer. And yeah, there aren't really going to be too many decisions for now. Alright, we have an option to silence something. Could silence this, take care of the Overwhelm, but it's only a 5 attack, and it can attack into a 6/6. Could certainly consider silencing Dormant Sentinel, as that can become 7/7 Overwhelm, but again, it's not really that big of a deal right now. We're at plenty of health that just trading off a Scorpion Wasp if they do attack is fine, and I would rather save the Dispel in case they do draw some sort of like a big evasive threat. I'm not sure what else is in this deck that's particularly powerful. I believe there's a new 7/7 that you can pay 9 and have it get like +2 attack and overwhelm for each unit. I think that's a card. So that would be something I would definitely want to silence. So we're definitely going to hold Dispel. Okay. 6/5 doesn't really do much on this board. It's possible to actually end up paying this for 11 and getting 2 6/5s somewhere down the line. But again, there's really no need to rush. Play the power. Pass the turn. Power. Again, getting pretty close. We won't be able to play it for Amplify 3 though, because 15 power is all we have in the deck, unfortunately. But getting 2 6/5s is pretty good. Definitely going to go ahead and play Awaken. Going to click the portrait 3 times. Continue. And that's a pretty nice boost. It's going to make this into 11/11 and that into a 9/9. Now, if we were to attack here, AI is going to most likely just block the 5/2, the 5/3, and a 2/1. And that's going to leave a 7/7, 2/1s. That's something we can definitely consider, just because we're going to be able to make a couple more 6/5s now. I think that's worth it. And maybe we want to consider the 9/9 as well. Let me think. Actually, 9/9 might even be a better option because it's pretty much going to force out some of the big units. Well, yeah, you know what? Let's attack us both. Try to finish out this game a little faster. I think that's fine. Alright, what do we have here? Take the 7/7. And yeah, I'm pretty good with that trade, just given the fact that we have this huge reload. Ooh, Stirring Sand. I did not think that was in the deck. And yeah, maybe that was a bit impatient of me, to having attacked there. But this is not a good attack by the AI. We can actually just easily get a nice block here. 2, 3, 6, 7. Put a power. I'm going to go ahead and cycle one of these at this point. And yeah, let's just force the trade. Not really any reason not to. And pass. That's the 7/7 I was worried about. Forgeborn, so it is in this deck. Pay 9 to give it +2 attack this turn for each of your units. Has Overwhelm. That thing would have been absolutely massive. And that's what I was keeping at least one Dispel for. We're getting low on cards. Wisdom of the Elder is in this deck, as well as the Relic to gain flying. Let's go ahead and play the power. Well, actually, do we have... let me see. We've used 2 of these. We have 1 more Empower card in our deck, I think. So I guess we'll save the last one at this point. And yeah. Go ahead and attack. If he wants to trade off the 7/2, that's fine. If not, we'll push damage. Alright, normally you really want to hold this card back to get some value on the silence. And oh yeah, actually only has 6 cards left. That's interesting. Yeah, I think we're just gonna hold it still. Because we're actually more likely at this point, 17 turns in the air, AI is going to be dead to decking, which is going to be pretty funny. So we're just going to go ahead and pass. This is a much longer game than a normal Forge run. Alright. Just pass. Thanks for watching this. I know this one is a really slow video. Ah, here we go. Finally something that could have maybe broken our board stall 10 turns ago. And yeah, there's actually a repeatable effect too, which is pretty cool. 1, grants this flying. 2, go ahead and give that flying. Just attack was one of them anyway, because we don't want to lose that damage. And I'll just play this out and get another blocker. Because the only way the AI could possibly win is to win on damage. Again, 2 cards left. Let's play that. Yeah. Not even gonna bother. Just let them deck. Good game, AI. That was pretty funny. Good way to win. Alright. On the next one.